Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning. A little bit tired here today, taking the dog for a walk, obviously. Last night, UFC 316 live from Newark, New Jersey. Merab versus Sean O'Malley 2, Kayla Harrison versus Juliana Pena. Exciting stuff. Another pay-per-view event. We will get into a bit of breakdowns this morning.
In the 21st century, a weapon will be invented like no other.
Better, stronger, faster.
Unstoppable. He has only one purpose. Win fights.
Right, let's get into it. The cardio machine. The machine himself, Mr. Merab. I'm not even going to try and attempt his last name because I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to disrespect him. Did it again. Absolutely went out there and he just put the pace on somebody. Again, to be honest with you, from the beginning, if you resort back to Tom Aspinall's Fight Lab on TNT Sport and YouTube available now, I was actually saying, I'm not too sure. Come here, dog's getting a bit excited. I'm not too sure why Sean O'Malley got the instant rematch without winning a fight again. For me, a little bit, I don't know, I think they obviously wanted to sell some tickets. Sean O'Malley's a popular guy and Merab is just basically tearing through the division. I think now there's definitely a debate for saying that he's potentially the bantamweight GOAT, Merab. Merab looked absolutely unstoppable, just doing normal Merab stuff, like staying on the outside, diving in with some crazy punches, 25 takedown attempts a round or whatever he's doing. Just absolutely, like, how do you fight a guy like that? Sean O'Malley loves the space. He's trying to keep as much space as possible. Merab staying on the outside, then he's diving in with the wild punches, then he's going for takedowns, then he's back on the outside, then he's back in. And for me, I just think, after round two, in all honesty, Sean O'Malley just didn't seem to really want to be there. He just didn't really seem to know what to do next. He loves to have the space, he loves to keep his opponents at range, but when his opponents are diving in and out consistently, like Merab does, 1 minute he's punching, then he's got hold of the leg, then he's getting you down. And for me, once he started getting taken down, once he started being more successful with the takedowns later in the fight, after kind of like midway through round two, to me it looked like Sean O'Malley just didn't really want to know anymore. He just wasn't really trying to get up too much off his back. Wasn't keeping the distance and defending takedowns as good as he was earlier in the fight. And it just, I don't know, he just looked a little bit flat, and it showed that the excuses, not the excuses, but the reasons that Sean O'Malley had in the first fight for losing. I'm sure he said he was spending too much time on social media, he was doing he was leaning into the superstar kind of role, wasn't taking it seriously enough in the gym. Also, he said something about the lights affecting him in the sphere. Like, Merab, his style just doesn't work for Sean O'Malley. He just outstyled him twice now. And like I said, I think in my opinion, there's definitely something, Merab's definitely in the conversation of being the best bantamweight ever, if not for me, the best bantamweight ever. Yeah, we can talk about Dominic Cruz, what he did in the WEC and all that stuff. We can potentially talk about TJ Dillashaw, but we know what he's done with his PED stuff in the past, so that's up for debate. A couple more guys, of course, up there, but for me right now, Merab, he's definitely the best bantamweight in the world. That's not even up for debate. But when we're talking about the GOAT of the division, for me, I think it's got to be Merab now. I think we have to start having that conversation that Merab is the best bantamweight ever, in my opinion. Let us know, guys, in the comments if you agree, because for me, there's not. You could potentially say Dominic Cruz. He was obviously a great bantamweight. What he's done, what he did later in his career, taking a couple of losses and stuff, I think people start to forget how good he really was in his prime, and he had long injury breaks and stuff like that. But for me, Merab, I think he is the man at bantamweight.
So Merab met with Corey Sandhagen. They spoke afterwards, didn't they, and said about fighting each other next.
It is very likely that your next defense will be against Corey Sandhagen.
Oh, I would love to. Oh, first time you put me in position, I like the opponent. Corey, I love you, bro. I like your joke lately. Keep joke, keep having a good fight, bro. Hey, you are the man.
How do you see that one going, just sort of on the basis?
That's a real interesting clash of styles, in my opinion. Corey Sandhagen is someone that, me personally, I absolutely love watching Corey Sandhagen. What he brings, he brings everything really good, and he has more attacks off his back. He has more sweeps, he has more get-ups off his back, in my opinion, than a guy like Sean O'Malley. So that's the next big fight to make at bantamweight. Beyond that, who's left? Who's left for old Merab? We don't know. It's going to be interesting though. How does Corey Sandhagen look with that kind of pressure on him that Merab brings? He's just a bad matchup for everybody, you know. There just isn't a guy in the bantamweight division who matches up well with him, to be honest.
What do you think is next for Sean O'Malley? There's some talk of people saying that he should go up a weight, and obviously there's a bit of competition up there. Do you think that would be easier for him after sort of seeing his struggles against fighters like Merab?
I don't know, because he seems to make the weight all right. I think the problem is he just stylistically doesn't match up very well with Merab. Merab just doesn't stylistically match up well with anybody else in the division. He just overwhelms guys. He just keeps going, won't stop. He has that weird herky-jerky stand-up style, does 50 takedowns per round. He never stops working for 25 minutes. I just don't know what you can do with a guy like that. To me, he looks unstoppable right now, and the Machine is the best nickname that you can have for a guy like this.
You do love his cardio, don't you?
The dog's got some...
Getting too excited about Merab, you love his cardio.
Behind us, let's set the scene here. There's a field full of cows in the beautiful northwest of England with terrible weather. And the dog is very excited about him. So he's got a bit of cardio going this morning as well.
It's a bit of training for Olympus. But yeah, you love Merab's cardio. And anything else to add on his cardio?
I want Merab's cardio. Merab, show me what's what. Get me in that kind of shape. I'm ready for it.
We'll give you a tracksuit in return.
Yep.
Just on for the rest of the night, obviously with Kayla Harrison, it was nice to see Nunes come actually into the cage for that one and say they'd fight next.
I have a belt. She has a legacy. Let's put it on the table.
Thoughts on that just quickly?
If you look at both girls in the fight, it's clear to see the size difference straight away, straight off the bat. The size difference, the physicality, the judo base, the top heavy base that Kayla Harrison's got. It was just too much for Pena, to be honest. I think that just physically, I mean, not always the bigger guy or girl wins, but in that particular fight, especially when you talk about female MMA and female combat sports, it just makes such a massive difference. And I don't know, man, to me, she just looks like, Kayla Harrison just looks like she's gonna reign at the top of the division for a long time. I know we've got...
You think she'll beat Nunes?
I do think she'll beat Nunes, yeah. Wow. I do think she'll beat Nunes.
I
do think she'll beat Nunes. Listen, when we were... I'm telling you like you don't know, there's a standoff here. Dog versus cow. It's gonna be kicking off anytime soon. Oi! The cow's... Let's go back. Come on. Oh look, the cow wants some. What's going on?
Yeah.
Big standoff.
One cow versus one German Shepherd. It's the new debate.
Yeah, when we were at UFC 300,
she was unbelievable, wasn't she?
She looked fantastic against Holly Holm. But not only that, what we could see, and the people on the TV won't know this obviously, we were in a VIP box that was miles up in the air. Honestly, you could see the definition on her shoulders and biceps from the VIP box, which was like up in the nosebleeds area. Honestly, she is absolutely jacked, Kayla Harrison. And I just don't think, I think that strong base that she's got, I think it's too much for most girls. And I think that's right. It's unbelievable top pressure, unbelievable base. And I think that her striking's coming on as well. She understands the range. If she gets close to you, if she gets anywhere near you, you're going on your back. Simple as that. And you're not going to be able to shift her off as well. It's like, she's on top. She's like immovable object. You can't move. Her base is so unbelievable for a, not even just for a female, just for a combat athlete. You just, once she's at the top, she's just staying there, and it's really difficult to get her off. And I think once she got hold of that Kimura last night, honestly, I know it was in the last 10 seconds of the round, and I've seen a couple of comments online, people saying, why didn't she just hold it out? Listen, she would have taken that arm home with her. She nearly pulled her arm off. It was outrageous. Once you get in a position like that, especially when she was like turned her on her side a little bit, she starts putting a hand towards the back of her head. Absolutely horrendous position, and bad times for Juliana Pena. She's going to have a sore shoulder after that for a while.
And there you go, mate. Dana White saying Tom Aspinall is his man as it rains and pours on us. Literally, couldn't be perfect timing.
Love this.
Tom Aspinall's the guy. He's the guy.
What's your thoughts on everything that's gone on this week? There's a lot that's happened, but nice words there from Dana.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people, they've come out, oh, it's really raining. I think a lot of people come out and they see what I've said and they think it's some kind of media stunt. Listen, I don't do that kind of stuff. If I'm going to come out and say something, it's going to be informed information. Do you know what I mean? So, as I've said a couple of times, not for me to say. That's beyond my pay grade. I don't announce no fights. I don't announce no UFC news or nothing like that. But there is some coming. There's definitely some coming. So Dana White says I'm his man. We love that. We love that on the channel. And I'm going to go and prove that pretty soon. So it's coming. There will be, I don't want to keep banging on, there will be some news, there will be an announcement. Just stick around and you'll see.
And what about Francis Ngannou? You having him? You want some?
I've said plenty times, the rain is really coming down on us here. The day that I start ducking out of fights and turning opponents down and stuff like that is the day that I'm going to retire. So, as I've always said, and you can ask any promoter I've ever worked with, any guys at the UFC, I'll fight anyone, I'll fight anytime, and I'll fight anywhere. Never turn down a fight in my life, never will. The day that I start thinking about turning down fights is the day that I'll retire. So to answer the question, whoever they want me to fight is who I'm going to fight.